Time. Merry Meltdown Monday, everyone. Welcome to Meltdown Island, the only show that's not an island, but is always melting down inside.
It's a show, it's an island, it's both, really.
It's both,
Dustin,
really. Tell it again, Mike.
It's a show, it's an island, it's both, really.
Really?
That's what you wanted me to say, right?
I think.
Hey, welcome to Meltdown Island, everybody. Hey, good-looking peen, Johnny Five says.
Good Merlin peen. Good Merlin peen.
Good Merlin peen. Okay. I thought you said good-looking peen. I thought you said, hey, he has a good-looking peen.
That's how you say good morning in Welsh. Welsh has a different type of language than English.
God.
A lot of peen words in the Welsh
peen words
language.
It's like it doesn't even sound like it's real words or English, but it is.
Really?
That's a little.
I thought it was Welsh. I didn't think it was English. I thought it was Welsh.
Yeah.
Sound like it's real words or English.
Dustin, what are you doing?
I'm turning down my own volume because I had a little feedback-ish.
Okay. So, yeah, no, it's a 30 Rock reference. I thought for a second Dustin knew something that I didn't, and I was really surprised.
Yeah, I was like, that's fascinating.
I know. You know, we all know more than we know. You know what I mean?
You know, we like to goof around here. We like to have a good time. We like to do stuff that's off the cuff. We like to do stuff that we're not preparing. We like to do stuff that's just straight off the top of our heads, like crazy stuff, like wacky stuff, fun stuff. We like to joke stuff. We like to goof on each other. We like to get some goofs going, you know what I mean?
Like bust some balls, like to bust them.
Yeah.
Bust them up.
You know?
I know.
Yeah. You don't know? What?
What?
Pop quiz.
You know, there's
Pop quiz, Johnny Five says. Dustin, settle down. Johnny Five is typing something.
Go ahead, pop quiz. I'm ready. Do you pop quiz? Pop video,
okay.
bro.
Pop quiz. Pop quiz. I'm going to give you a pop quiz right now.
Smart guy, how you like these roses?
During the Hong Kong protests of 2019, which symbol of modern everyday life became a symbol of the resistance? Is it A, an elephant, B, a tea towel, C, a tissue, or D, an umbrella?
D, umbrella.
Correct. Would you like to move on to the next round?
Yes!
Adam, would you like to move on to the next round?
I mean, sure.
All right.
I didn't answer it, but yeah.
Next question. Which video game was lauded as the worst basketball game to come out in recent years? Was it NBA 2K 2020, NBA 2K 2019, NBA 2K 2018, or D, a tea towel?
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna go with... Can you repeat the question one more time?
No, not how it works.
What about the,
use it in a sentence?
What about the answer options?
The answer options I can. Johnny Five says is 3037. That's incorrect. It was not on the list of choices. The first one is 2019, the second one is 2020, and the third one was 2018. And the fourth one was a tea towel, which is the joke answer. Don't pick it.
I'm gonna go with B.
That's 2020?
2019.
I'm gonna say 2018. Was that an option? Yeah.
That was an option. All of those are incorrect. 2020 was the one that was really screwed up.
This year has done it to me again.
They had some hilariously bad cutscenes in there that they had the actual basketball players act on. And if you watch the cutscenes online, it's hilariously bad. It's so weird. They, I don't know. They're just like, they didn't even give them a chance to do it more than once. It was like, hi, I'm blah, blah, blah. And like they're pretending to be characters, and it's just awful. They need improv classes. All right, final round of the pop quiz. Are you guys ready?
How you like them apples?
The question was, are you ready?
Yes.
Adam, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then listen, Adam, I don't want him to have to repeat the question again this time.
Which famous volcano caused the much lauded Year Without a Summer back in the 1800s?
I know this. Go ahead.
A, Anjumanji, B, Krakatoa, C, Titanica. D. Kamajukunahanahoreni.
It's almost laughable. I know this so well.
Do you, Dustin?
Yeah.
What's your answer?
My answer is D.
Adam?
Can you say the names again? Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. This is a one-timer.
Really?
Yep.
With all these crazy ass volcano names?
I'm sorry, but that's yeah.
No, it's fine. I'll say the only one I can remember off the top of my head is Krakatoa.
And that's the correct answer. Dustin loses. Adam is the victor.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations, Adam. You've won the first Meltdown Island Pop Quiz Challenge.
No. I had question 1 correct. We both missed number 2, and then he got lucky on the third one.
How do you know? Maybe I just know volcanoes better than you.
Then let's just see with one more question.
The third question was worth 18 points. The first one is only worth 2 points.
You're a son of a gun.
It's the way the pop quiz works, man.
Okay,
liking this video would not affect your midterm, Johnny 5. Don't worry. Johnny 5, you still are getting an 87% in this class, just FYI. You don't even have to come to the final.
The only reason people are here today is because of our brand new show idea.
You've never told anybody.
I did it all offline.
That's the only reason people are here today.
They were here last week. Let's face facts, Mike, okay?
The only reason people are here today, Dustin, is because of you and your star power.
Oh, you silly goose, I agree. I agree with you.
Remember, call in live on Skype, video, at live:MikeMcGettigan_1. You can get your face in on this very screen and get your face to be on Meltdown Island.
You're real good at explaining things, Mike.
Thank you. All right, Dustin, take it away.
Well, the gods of ideas have struck me again and have blessed me with a new type of media.
Wait, there's
experience.
You told me you're an ideasman, but now there's gods of ideas?
First of all, one idea I would say is to put the words that people type right up here in between Mike and Dustin's head. Oh, my head's big again. We didn't even have you guess yet, Mike. Oh, you just gonna sit back and laugh it up, bird. Just laugh it up. Boring.
You want to go back to this view?
Do you?
No.
Hey, Audra!
What are you saying right now? You know this is a show, right?
I know. Okay, so here's the idea, alright? What we're gonna do is play a game. What we're gonna do is we're gonna play a game where Mike he's a wizardry of photoshopping. I don't know if some of you know that is a shop term for taking a photo and working it up in a shop type environment that allows you to manipulate, that allows you to disintegrate, that allows you to reinvigorate that photo and add to, take away from, make new the photo. And then what he could do, much like the old Conan O'Brien, some of you remember him from last century when he would do a show where he'd put their mouths in there and they would talk. Right? And then the idea of adding in you, the players at home, to type in words like you're doing right now, Johnny 5. No, exactly like that. And you would type in words that we would then say for a scene, for a short blackout, for a, I don't know, a soap opera type thing that carries on throughout the weeks. You can write for one character or multiple characters. Maybe you just got to type the letter of the first name, and then that person goes, "Oh, that's me," and they know it's their line. Whose line is it anyway? I guess we'll find out.
Was that the description of what we're doing next?
Well, if my name's not Dustin and super cool, then I don't know what it is, Mike.
What?
I'm talking to him.
Remember how you told me I was really good at explaining things in a sarcastic way? You were sarcastic to me? Yep. Well.
Well, show us. Go ahead.
Show us. Go ahead. What do you want me to do?
You make yourself big in the screen now and put me on the side and you explain it with palm trees in your eyes.
I'm not even really sure exactly what I'm explaining, but okay. So, Dustin sent many messages in the chat, which were very confusing. But
This is not a good start.
myriad.
You're not off to a good
This
start.
is a good start because this is going to excuse my lack of understanding. But I'm going to try my very best
Hold
to
on, let me-
make it make sense.
Let me get like a warning siren, a volcano warning siren sound ready.
All right.
Just
What
because
you
I
need that
sense a
for?
meltdown coming.
Oh, do you? You guys about to start messing around. You guys about to start gaslighting peeps.
It's not gaslighting when it's based on truth. You know that.
Oh,
right?
yeah?
It's not gaslighting when people are just talking and telling the truth.
Oh, so we just talking now.
Okay, are you ready for me to try to explain this thing?
Go.
This is how I understand it based on what messages I got. Okay.
Continue.
We're going to take some photographs of people and we're going to overlay our mouths on top of those faces. So like you could have a picture of Batman and then like a picture of Robin and maybe Dustin is going to be doing
Catwoman.
Batman's
Maybe it's a romantic
voice.
scene.
And see, this is the sidetrack journeys that really throw the explanations off track, Dustin.
Sorry, that's my bust. I'm going to go ahead and take the knee on that one. Okay.
Dustin might be doing the voice for Batman, and then I might be doing the voice for the Boy Wonder, and then Adam might be doing the voice for the Penguin if there's 3 people in the picture. And then we're all doing the voices for them. And then, Mark is leaving the show. Oh, Adam is leaving. Mark is saying that, guys, I'm leaving the show as Adam.
See,
he knows some information that we don't, apparently.
It rules.
Okay, so after that cutout thing is happening, then we're going to only speak whatever people comment.
Correct. Comment augmented.
Comment augmented
Comedy show.
comedy show. Does that make sense? Is that what you were trying to say, Dustin?
Yes. Yes, it was.
So I
Michael.
got it. Okay. All right.
Yeah, nailed it.
Got
All
it.
right.
I think between
Adam,
the
are you
two
good
of-
with this?
See, Mark
Yeah.
already on it.
How do you know so much about me, Mark Mikula? So accurately. Oh, sorry. I'll just say the line. As Hollywood ramps up, I'm heading out to be Ryan Gosling's stunt double, guys.
Huh?
And then we all at the same time, huh?
And then we wait.
But we have to have a picture, Mike. We got to have us a picture where,
Okay.
like one of the old Cheers pictures I sent you, where they're all celebratory, or maybe it's a pop art one that I sent you. Maybe
All right, so you're
something
going to
else.
have to entertain the people while I'm setting this up right now.
that's easy, Mike.
Is it? That means we're going to go back to big head mode.
Which animal would you guys like to hear that I have an issue with? Is it
What an issue with?
worm?
Is this a quiz?
I'm seeing your
I
story.
love this. Keep going. Mike, focus on what you're doing.
I'm
What
sorry.
else do I have an issue with? Man, Jill
No
knows
animals.
what to do.
What animals do you not like? I want to know.
Possum. I have a possum story. I have worm story, a bird story, a squirrel story. I have, and just anyone you guys, you just type it down in the comments there, and then I'll start telling. We're taking a vote here as a group.
They're like so you have stories about having a problem with these animals?
They're
Clarify.
you pick an animal. I got a story that is worthy of telling, shocking as it may be, disturbing as it could be. Maybe it's just to me. Maybe it's just
How
disturbing
about
to me.
worm?
mice. There's mice. There's the mice one's very disturbing. Worms is more of a okay. So the worms, great. Here we go. So one time it was raining a lot. It was a lot of rain, and my cousin, we was going to my cousin's house, and in his house he lived at the bottom of this like little like landing or hill, right? So you walk down these steps, and every step we walked down, there was more and more worms, and I was like, oh no, how am I gonna get into his house? Because people were stepping on the worms, and it was squashed and gross, and then some of them was wiggling or trying to look like it was trying to get me. I was younger. Let's not just try to say, oh.
Like how
whatever.
old would you say?
Oh, 10, 9, young.
Okay.
Not the worms.
Why did my mouse just die?
We get into the house. We all get in the house finally, and all of a sudden we're talking and having a good time, and I hear and I go, what's going on? So I go in there, and
And it was the worm.
yes, worms had come underneath the door into the house. There was so many worms. I need you guys to understand this.
You know what this is reminding me of? This is reminding me of the Silence of the Lambs during the pivotal scene when Hannibal Lecter was having Clarice tell her story about the lambs being slaughtered. This is your Silence of the Lambs. This is pretty much.
Lamb, for example, I got like 5, 6 lamb stories. Is what I'm trying to say.
What the hell? Guys, I just had a very weird problem happen. That my mouse just suddenly stopped working.
Is it plugged in? Have you tried plugging it in?
Yes, that's the very first thing I checked, Dustin.
The next thing we do is we check the power source. Is the power source plugged into the wall?
How many mice do you have that have power sources plugged into the wall?
Okay, good
This
point.
is the mouse.
As a problem solver and as a person who is a guesser of troubleshootings, this is what we do.
Are you that? Really?
I'm a fixer. Sometimes I can be a fixer. And
That is-
an emergency situation.
Your technology fixing is... I mean, that's an amazing... I never knew that about you.
Well, I keep that on the down low because it's not as much true as other things that I say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my
yeah.
God. I think my mouse just died. This is insane.
Is that a real thing?
I just plugged it into a different USB port. Nothing.
Hey, Audra.
Very weird.
Hey, Audra, we got a live show. Are you using all of your mouse?
Audra doesn't need to be disturbed right now. She's actually working and she has headphones on.
What?
My mouse just died.
Does she need a mouse? Maybe she doesn't need it. That's all I'm saying. Maybe she's writing or maybe she's doing some law.
I got this wireless mouse. It kind of sucks, but I'm going to have to use it for now, I think.
Audra, don't you sacrifice, girl. Don't. We'll get it.
Uh-oh, there's no receiver in here. Is this...
So since Mike's talking about how his mice has died, I'll tell you my mice story next. So when we was kids, we was poor, and we lived on what's called a levee. Now, some of you may not know what a levee is, but what a levee is water in a river, okay? So you got a river, and it's flowing, and then sometimes it goes up, and sometimes it goes down, depending on how much rainfall you get. Now, the water would get real high, and then the levee stops it from coming over the levee, and drowning the people. We lived right on the other side of that wall. Now, when it would rain, this is a DET talk.
This is in Ohio.
Yes, this is Ohio.
Xenia,
Great
Ohio.
Miami River. Not Xena, Miamisburg. Miamisburg. And, so, rained, and we'd have mice come into our house, uninvited. And me and my brother, we slept on an air mattress at the time. We had just moved in, so at the time we were sleeping on an air mattress. And lo and behold, we would wrestle. We'd wrestle. Big time wrestling. WWF was big, and the Hulk Hogan was a body slamming. and elbow driving, and me and my brother, we would be doing the same thing with the punches and the things, and that's fine, Audra. I'm sorry that Mike even broke his mouse that we needed to ask. I'm gonna be honest with you. I blame myself, but I look to Mike to, have his shit together. You know what I mean? So don't you worry, Audra. Hey, Audra. So, lo and behold, one day we have to go and make our bed, and we go to flip over the mattress only to find 3 dead mice underneath it. So, ever since that moment, I've not liked mice, nor necessarily sleeping in a place where mice and or a mouse could die.
That's super fascinating. It's kind of fucked up.
This is a Silence of the Lambs moment.
Yeah, I love
it. Totally is.
Would you like, or how about birds?
When I was a kid, there was I had one Christmas. I was really young, and we were super poor too. And in our house, there was a mouse on Christmas morning, and I woke up early to look at all the presents, and I just hung out with the mouse, I guess. It was just like my friend. And my parents came down, and they're like, "What are you doing, Adam?" And then I'm like, just hanging out with my Christmas mouse.
Just hanging out with my Christmas mouse.
I'm just singing background vocal for you.
I also did wrestling. I also did the wrestling thing you talked about, where we'd wrestle on mattresses or on trampoline. In one incident, when I was like, I think 12, maybe a little older, we were doing trampoline wrestling, and I let my friends do this move where it's called a butterfly power bomb, but now it's only illegal in like Japanese underground wrestling. But my friend picked me up to do it, and he dropped me accidentally, and then I landed on my teeth, and that's when my teeth are fucked up. I grinded the front of my teeth down and made them all crooked.
That's terrible.
So I landed on my neck. Yeah.
What a horrific.
Yeah, I mean, that's whatever.
Dustin, why are you disparaging Adam's story?
Dad is wrestling on a mattress that mice died on.
It's not a contest, Adam. That was just very disturbing about your teeth, man.
Yeah, one's shorter than the other, and they're buck now. There's a gap.
You like to keep it buck, huh?
I like my teeth, though. I've grown to like their deformity.
Okay. See, Adam? Stuntman. You're ready to go.
See, Adam? Stuntman. You're ready to go.
You're ready to go out to Hollywood and fill in for Ryan Gosling.
Stuntmen don't fill in, really.
I've been training for it since I was 12.
Your hair's... The thing is it's a lot about look. It's a lot about texture. And your hair is Gosling-esque.
It's interesting. You seem to know a lot about stuntmen.
That's not me. That's Mark Mikula, bro.
Oh, okay.
I think it could stand a wash. But you know what? That's what's popular in Hollywood. That's what's popular is the homeless man who doesn't take care of themselves and wears glasses. I was just doing some...
I do need to shave. I do need to shave again.
Just some bits.
Everything's growing back.
Some bits. I don't want anybody to think that Adam is butthurt over what I just said. Just doing
what? I don't want anyone to think that's the problem you think that people are going to have with it.
Well,
they're worried that Adam is going to be butthurt.
I cut him pretty deep.
I mean, I have Crohn's. My butt always hurts.
Yeah, that's pretty rude, Dustin.
I'm a rude, crude dude.
You're a punching down personality.
Or am I at such lofty heights that even grasping seems like a punch?
What?
I was trying to put a positive spin on it. I don't know if I did that.
I don't think so. I think you just said that you were way cooler than we possibly imagined is what you basically were saying.
So, the next story of animal horror show.
Yes.
So I had what they call stepdad. And this stepdad of mine, he was what they call a macho man, Randy Savage, token, animal killing, a person abusing person.
Sounds terrible. I hate him.
Yeah, no, he's not that great. And so
Adam, I need your face turned right towards the camera so I can set you up.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Anal worship? No, I didn't say anal worship. I
Anal
said,
worship, Dustin.
Animal killer. Animal worship. Anal worship. No, I can tell you I didn't say anal worship. Thank you, Kate, for your clarification, and for those of you who might have wax in your ears and need to get it out to hear the story properly.
Oh my God.
Wait, was Randy Savage your stepdad, Dustin? That's what Nichols is asking.
The guy looked a lot like and sounded like that. He sounded like Randy Savage, and he was into the Browns, the football team, and ruff, I'm a dog
That's
pound.
nothing. That was just a very. I'm gonna say I normally really enjoy your impressions. That was honestly one of your worst. That did not sound like Randy Savage at all.
You sound like my stepfather, though. Adam.
Continue your stepfather
Okay.
story.
Well, that's good.
Let's maybe step down from the judge's booth and get into the jury chamber and listen.
What? Are you Judge Joe Brown all of a sudden? What's going on?
Yeah.
Who Adam is, yeah. He's judging my...
I need you to calm down, Dustin. You are officially grounded.
Now that's a good Randy Savage right there.
Yeah.
You know who does a good Randy Savage? Rollo.
My stepfather.
Rollo.
I've never heard him do it, but I think he
heard
is.
that Rollo's real father is Macho Man Randy Savage.
Really, I heard it was. I heard it was Paul Stanley from Kiss.
Oh, I get those two confused all the time.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's true.
Welcome to Judge Joe Meltdown. I'm your host, Dustin. So, you go hunting, and I see this little finch, a little bird. It's a little fella, a little finch. And I go with my it's only a BB gun. They didn't give me a real gun. And so I aimed my gun and I shot it, and it fell out of the sky. And I'm like, I just killed something. What am I doing? And so he goes, holy smokes, that was a good shot there. Let's go over. And he sees it, and it's flipping and flopping around. And he picks up that little bird, and he goes, oh, this thing's it's not dead yet, and it's gonna be just suffering. And then he goes like this, and throws the bird down. So he beat the head off of this bird to stop it from being in pain. And I think I stood there for a good 3 or 4 hours after they left that spot. And just wet the pants, couldn't speak words for a while. Needless to say, people who bite the heads off birds, they're not great people.
Usually they're not. How long did it take you to realize?
I'm like really not into the comparison to him to Macho Man Randy Savage, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
Yeah,
that is
really.
horrible. That's like traumatizing. Obviously, because you're talking. I think you mentioned it last night too.
You know what? Maybe trauma is coming back into my life a lot, Adam, and I'm exploring it right now. You know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm all for that. Not judging at all. I'm just saying that that's like I watched my dad kill a possum when we were kids, and I still remember it. But like the idea of just like biting off a bird's head in front of a child.
I mean, there's a lot of ways to handle that would have been better. I mean, you definitely don't want animals suffering, but biting the head off of it, I mean, it just seems like, you're ready for disease that way. Not so good. Not so good. And he was?
He was diseased in the brain.
Oh, okay.
By the abusing bug. So, the next story would be my opossum story, since Adam just easily what do they say it when you do something,
Transubstantiation?
No.
Transition?
And that is a segue. Trans-segue.
Trans-segue.
So
wow.
You just segued into the possum story.
Why is the trans community so upset with you, Dustin? I don't understand.
Well, because they're on the judge's bench and they're judging me before they hear me out.
I think it's because of Dustin's refusal to respond to Norwal Music's messages.
That makes sense.
So I'm driving my car the other day, and I hit something, and I was like, "What did I just hit?" And so then I pulled over, and when I looked in my rearview mirror, I saw it explode, and I was like, "What the heck, fire?" And so I pulled back around in my car and drove up to it, only to discover I had hit in a opossum. And this opossum had apparently had its babies in its belly. And all of the babies were crawling to the side of the road to continue their journey to the other side of the road.
That's life.
And
that's life,
being
buddy.
in church camp and a good boy, I said, "Oh," and then drove away as fast as I could.
Good story.
Wow, yeah, that's
Have another beer. This is what you wanted, Dustin. Here we are. We're in the show. Cheers now.
Hello, everyone. Now we're here to do this thing, and you guys can write a scene for us. Now, this is what it's going to be. We'll get it all right one day. We'll get it more right. But you guys would write dialogue that we would only say as these characters. And then if the scene was to change, eventually, it would change to something else, and there would be other characters. I'm worried about the socio-economic impact of this pandemic is creating for mouse superstars worldwide. Am I right, guys? That was one of my. Nobody knows my name. There you go. See that I've had two lyrics of words. What do you call them?
Two lyrics of words.
I think it's
Lions?
Lines.
Lines. I need a crack, Mike.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
oh,
That was a loud one.
Hold on.
so good.
Oh, now I can think. See, I was thinking, but nothing was happening.
You're going to be way more interesting now.
You better believe it, Mike.
Yeah, I think we should. At one point, we should do try to do like. I guess this would require us being together again, but we should do an ASMR segment where we just do cracks.
That sounds good.
Because I can do a lot of cracks. I mean, they're not quite that. That's like the most amazing cracks I've ever heard. But
And especially of the skull.
yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like,
Felt amazing. I have,
Yeah,
So these are all
That's like
pictures
one
that
thing,
Dustin
never
sent me earlier. How about this one?
Oh, my baby.
Yeah, you
I have to turn this way though.
Yep, you do. You have to set your face in a little bit of a different direction.
Yeah, why? You shouldn't be having a baby. You're too young to have a baby.
It's too late. I wouldn't have had it.
It's hard to tell what's going on.
Can you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, watch the screen. Watch the shared screen.
Then I have to.
You guys, there's some lines for you to say.
I'm not seeing
It's hard to
them.
look.
Yeah, I have to see the line. Where are the lines? I can't move my head right now.
Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun, Mike?
Hold on.
Norm. That was from Cheers, right?
Hey, I think I know what you should name that baby
What's
that you're holding.
What's that?
You should name him Norwal Music.
Oh, that is not his
You can't tilt your head. You got to just have it in that same spot.
Yeah, I think we need a different image. This one's gonna hurt my neck.
Is it? I'm sorry, Adam.
No, you're fine.
Neck, Adam. Why don't you get it right? So what do you guys think of this idea? It's pretty cool, huh? If we can get it right.
If
And
we
then
can get it right.
But
Mark
you know,
Mikula says that we should just
get part of the scene.
improvise everything and not script it at all.
Yeah, but see, part of the fun is having people like at home write the lines for us. Because remember when I was in your show the other day, Mike? Speaking of other shows, you had an improv talking show where you
Yeah.
talked about improv. And remember how aggressive I was? It's just about writing the next sentence. And
Remember
writing
how
the
many
next
comments you were sending that were just completely incomprehensible?
I get it. I get it. I get it.
Look, this is my pen. Look at my pen.
Oh, I love your pen. I absolutely
Dustin,
love
you got to
your
look
pen,
at the screen to match your mouth up. Even
I'm
just a
trying
little
to.
bit. Just a tiny bit. There you go.
Am I Vince Vaughn?
Yeah, you're Vince Vaughn with a really tiny mouth.
Stock photo?
Yes, he
Dustin
not
did
for
this,
the
yes.
movie he did.
Dustin sent me all of these pictures. Yep.
I just went through just like I did with texting and not think about it.
You gotta, Dustin. The thing is, like yesterday. So we were playing D&D yesterday,
Okay.
And Dustin, like, sent so many messages that the Meltdown Island thread, when I looked at it, said something like 200 or something. And so then I was like, what? I started scrolling through. I saw something about, like, okay, next Friday then maybe or something. I'm like, okay, so it looks like it's not happening again. So then I just go back to playing Fallout. Where am I? And so then I read through the messages again. I'm like, oh, it turns out we are playing tonight. Very confusing, Dustin. And also, you sent me, like, a private message on Discord. Why not just call me? Or something like, or send me a private message on Facebook, but you didn't do that either. You sent, and then you also went on to Darren's game stream, and you left messages, which I was not on Darren's game stream at all, and you left messages on Darren's game stream saying, where's Mike? Have you seen Mike? You're like my mom in like middle school and I'm out too late or something. Where's my son? Have you seen my son? What the hell?
But I think that's a whole new thing that in today's media
it's a whole new thing that you're gonna go from stream to stream. Did you go on did you go on random YouTube channels and start asking people if they've seen me?
I mean, you're very popular on the YouTube guy, and
I don't know about popular, but I'm doing stuff.
Boy, this side face sure is difficult.
Well, it takes some work for me to set up the next phase, so now I'm gonna set it. This is just the next one is a 2-person photo. I don't think this is fair to Adam.
The best photo that you have.
The best, right, setup.
You guys, there's some lines. Adam, you want to say your lines real quick before we change scenes?
Hey, why don't you let the gray-haired lady decide, Jennifer?
Yep, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
I'm super excited about finishing this pin meeting.
Oh, we're way up there. So.
Yeah, Adam, but it's okay. I was trying to help.
It's just hard to keep my mouth in this position while reading the comments, reading my lines.
Oh, hello, Diane. I have a very tight mouth.
I'm just like a ghost floating up in the air.
Would be the narrator at this point.
I like how she has a mustache.
Yeah, she looks good. Nice mouth, Diane.
Amazing, babe. Give me a
lined up. There we go. Thanks, babe.
You see how much fun this is gonna be, you guys? Now, like, could people call in and join us in the fun, Mike?
Here's the
kind of like
they could, but it just would take me a minute to get them set up. Here's the next picture that you sent me, which was very confusing. It's just supposed to be 3 mouths in a bullfighting arena.
Yeah, it's, what is it, a coliseum?
Yeah, it looks like.
Maybe we're seeing the sight, you guys.
Oh, we're just people like in the crowd. So should I put the mouths like hanging out in the crowd?
Oh, yeah, where the crowd is reacting.
Are you not entertained?
Kill him, kill him. That's dumb.
I will kill him. I'm in the crowd. I'm doing gladiator stuff. Ah!
You have a line, Mike.
What?
You have a line.
Oh, I have a line. Oh, shit, there's a lot. Listen to me, Sam. She can't love you as much as I can.
Hey, Ghost.
What about ghosts?
Because this was from the last scene when you were as Ghostface. You were
Oh,
like a
yeah.
Ghostface killer.
That's right.
Ooh, if you could take a little bit of my one side off of my face where the blue thing is.
Well, you moved so much that I was, like, having trouble doing it.
Tight.
Here's a really good picture for this coming up next here. Here we go.
That was better than the Coliseum.
Yeah, bully him. Yeah, get him. Get him.
Yeah. Nerd.
What a horrible idea.
He made fun of me because my mouth is crooked. I'll show him.
Yeah, punch him down. Punch him down.
Don't have a stupid mouth. I won't make fun of it.
Get him. Get him.
Shut up, Andrew.
You shut up.
Your stupid mouth from your stupid stepdad. Alright, that's fucked up.
Put that hair design in your hair anyway.
Your stupid mouth from your stupid stepdad. Yeah, yeah. Get him, yeah.
Good line.
But where are my pledge? Where are my pledge pins? And one day we will be one.
What? What's happening?
I'll show you guys. I'll show you. You don't own everything, rich boys.
You're a rich boy too.
Yeah, we do, because we're rich. Our dads are rich.
That's right.
Yeah.
Stab him. Stab him in the belly. Yeah.
You put my in mind.
Use your rich kid knife.
Oh, I wish I could sing. I wish I could get out of this thing by singing a musical song.
Wow, that's beautiful. As much as I hate him, I just am so impressed. It's like he's won multiple awards for singing or something.
You don't want to be a jerk, bro.
Well, I was complimenting you for the first time ever.
Mike, you have a line.
I guess the chariot races have been canceled because it's raining 1, 2, 3 RFS.
I'm looking on the YouTubers.
I'm looking at the YouTube right now. That was the last. Okay, Mark's just popped up. Sorry, I'm late. It took me forever to find the emergency room sauna. It does kind of have a weird sauna-esque wall, and it does have kind of a weird medical lighting.
Well, I'm sorry my dad designed it this way, but he's only my stepdad. It's pretty cool, right? I mean, Adam's not really working the mouth as well, but...
I mean, yeah, because it's a bad picture for it.
That's why it takes a challenge, Adam. It's not like this is an easy, like, oh,
But
everything...
it could have been. I mean, Mike gave you pretty clear instructions on what kind of images he needed.
Yeah, exactly. I sure did. I
literally woke up out of like a dead drank too many Trulies last night sleep, and then looked at the text, and I saw what was going on, even though it was like hundreds of texts, and immediately sent a perfect image that could be used.
Yeah, he knew exactly what I was talking about.
But I got the idea immediately.
That the mouths have to be facing the camera to be able to be used properly. Because it's hard enough to line your mouth up.
To try.
What?
I think it's a great time to try things.
Diane, when's the last time you've been to the dentist?
Go ahead, Diane.
You're Diane.
I'm Susan. Way to ginger not know faces.
Way to yes and.
I'm trying to burn the lady over there with the mustache.
Have you ever done improv before? Dentists don't deal with mustaches.
His face.
You're so fucked up looking right now.
It's so much fun. Maybe it's more fun for us than it is to watch.
Sorry I'm late. It took me forever to find the emergency room sauna.
That's all right. That's all right. We're here now and having a great time. We gotta say everything that goes up at the end because our hands are in the air. Adam kind of got it that time. What's that, Adam?
What's that, Adam?
She has a line.
Oh, do I? Okay.
If you guys want to write lines for me,
it's been forever since I did the Macarena. How do we do it again?
Dang it, my dog ruined that.
Your dog ruined what, Dustin?
Line by crying. I gotta let her out.
Why are you letting your dog cry?
It's a good point. It's a good point. I'm not a very good person, human being of my dog. Here you go, for doggies.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll go back to this view while I set up some more pictures. Audience, feel free to send me any photos that you would like us to put our faces on, or call in if you'd like your face on something. We can make it happen. Just give a ring to live Mike McGettigan _1 on Skype. But right now I'm putting another picture in that our lovely Adam just sent to us again. So
nice.
Yeah.
Dustin, do you have any other pictures that Dustin, again, just to reiterate, the pictures have to have the faces pointed towards the camera so that the mouths are replaceable.
Okay, Mike. Okay.
Do you understand it now?
I think I do, okay.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. Just click through some of them and see what they look like.
Why do you sound scared right now?
I mean, it is a live show in front of, at least 4 people, Mike.
At least 4 people are with us right now.
I am a little...
Are you including Audra? Because she's not paying attention.
She just turned her head when you said her name. Hey, Audra!
Oh, wait. I have one more photo that you sent me. I think that you really wanted to use here, so let's just add this one in.
You need feedback from the audience. You guys, is there anything you're liking, you're disliking about the mouth faces?
Wait, just to be clear, you are asking for feedback from the audience right now?
I am. Just go ahead and write it out in the things, and we'll get it figured out together.
All right, Dustin, it's just you while I'm getting the other pictures together.
So my next story happens to be a very terrifying story. If you happen to be a human.
Is that all you got? Master of ideas? Is that all you got? Give us a monologue from the devil.
Hi there. My name is the devil, and I'm misunderstood. Sure, you guys sit around and go, oh, he's got all the cool friends, and oh, ha ha ha, he wanted to be God. Ooh. But you know what? No one ever thanks me for, doing devil stuff. Because guess what? If there wasn't a devil, there couldn't be a God. Think about that, you guys. Imagine that. All of a sudden, I'm an essential worker. Sure. They want you to believe I'm not real. Sure. But guess what? Maybe I am, maybe I ain't. You don't know. I ain't gonna tell you, that's for sure. Because I'm a devilin.
I'm a devilin? You're doing great.
It feels not great, but okay. I'll take your word for it, Mike, though, because I trust you with my face and mouth and life.
Life? Nobody should trust me with their life.
The delay does complicate things. I would agree with you on that, Mark.
Yeah, with the writing, like people are gonna try to write stuff. They have a delay.
It needs to be more like gets, like suggestion based, or like the audience can make like choices for us to like inform the scene.
Mm-hmm.
I think
it just seems like it'd be more practical.
I think they could still write lines for us. We would just have to then maybe react to them, because maybe the reactions won't be there for the comedy's sake. So almost like they would need to say a line, and then we in the scene would react to that line, continue, and then maybe another line will pop up for somebody. You know what I mean? Because once we get going, once the audience gets on board and they just start typing with all their might and not worrying about what gets said when, and we, like right now I got my phone open and I'm looking at the Facebook feed, so when one pops up, it pops up quicker on the Facebook feed than it does on the Restream bot. I don't know, call me crazy, call me a devil,
No,
call me demon.
that's what happens. Yeah, that's how it works.
So it's really dependent on us as the improviser or the activizer. Maybe we call ourselves activizers. It's acting and improvisers together. Welcome to the activizing show, everyone.
I don't think that the problem is just giving it a name. I really don't.
Hi, I'm the devil of naming things.
Now you're Kiss.
You better believe I am.
Nobody can see that.
Pussy's licked.
Ew. Gross.
Is that why they're doing that?
Just gross. Just gross.
Is that why they're doing that?
That's not.
I'm not the one doing it, Mike. I'm just commenting on them.
It's your tongue. And you can't really do your tongue because it's cut off there, pal.
I like that you made yourself the Starman.
What? You're Gene Simmons right now.
Yeah, the devil.
I think
Again.
I'm Paul Stanley. I'm not exactly sure who Paul Stanley
Yeah,
is.
Starman. Star.
Is this Paul Stanley?
Paul Stanley.
Adam, do you know enough about Kiss to tell me this is Rollo's dad or not?
Wait, I think you are. I think that is Paul Stanley. I'm the Catman, and then no one's Ace Frehley, right? So yeah, you're Paul Stanley.
Yeah, because Ace Frehley on guitar, right? Paul Stanley's bass.
Yeah, Paul Stanley, yeah, I'm pretty sure he was the one. He always had like the biggest hair. He was like the most androgynous, I think.
Okay.
He was the most put together, and the guy who was less than this guy. This guy is the franchiseer.
Hey guys, it's
Yeah.
1975 right now, and I just met a beautiful lady in Detroit. Think I'm gonna have sex with her.
Does she want to rock and roll, man? Does she want to rock and roll every day and every night?
You know, not everybody has to be into rock and roll to like just do it. You know.
Yeah.
Are you shitting all over my face right now, bro?
I would
you
never
shitting
do
on me?
that. I would never do that. It's 1975.
Unless it was to a girl that he met in Detroit.
Our
Yeah.
number one rock song,
Yeah.
our number one hit, might I remind you, is I like to rock and roll every day and every night. So if they don't like to rock and roll, I don't think you should be bringing them around there, Starman.
Isn't it every night and every day?
Either way, if they don't like to rock and roll, I don't want to play.
And the thing is, I want to rock and roll all night and party every day.
Yeah, I thought that was the lyrics.
Mr. Knows It All.
Shouldn't you know the lyrics, Gene?
Yeah, Gene.
You're Gene. You are Gene. You cannot deny your way out of this one, Gene. What?
I think you might be wondering why I brought you all here today. This is important. Have you ever heard of Amway?
I think Ace is dead. I think Ace died.
Ace is in outer space. He's tripping balls right now.
Okay.
He is on lockdown.
Okay.
Fuck you guys. God
It's
damn, listen to me.
1975.
You're now my 11th favorite personality, Meltdown Island. I just want to let you know that.
Mike,
What?
Go ahead, freely. Freely speak.
I was waiting. There's a lot of dead air there.
Lot of dead air.
Lot.
dead air.
Just taking this hand out of here I think would make my
You don't have to
be
put
a
your
lot.
hand in there.
Just move,
Just-
you move yourself.
Yeah, it looks fine. Stop
Yeah, I
worrying
do that
about it.
freely. Well, it's for the people at home.
This is actually like perfect for me right now.
I know. I love it,
My
Adam.
chair.
I love it. It's really
I like
good.
The chest hair, all the chest hair.
Oh, I love Mike's chest hair.
Hell
That's one thing
yeah.
I don't have a lot of is chest hair.
Yeah, you have a very smooth chest.
Fun fact for all the viewers at home.
It's great to do body shots off of
Right.
because
Yeah.
no hair
One
gets
thing
in the
I'm
way.
known
Okay,
Yeah.
guys, sorry I
Exactly.
gained weight. Had to put on all this armor. My bust.
Yeah, it is your bust. You know,
Good.
I've been meaning to tell you, you're a little too intense sometimes.
Oh, do you think my eyes don't show that?
My eyes don't show that. What do you mean
They
exactly?
do. Rock and roll.
Good job also remembering the year that album came out in. Rock and Roll All Night came out in 1975. I looked it up.
There we go. Wow, that was a wild stab in the
Good
dark.
job.
No.
It was mainly based off of the year of Rollo's birth that I was guessing.
Today, I want rock
Since
and
I'm Rollo's
roll
dad.
all night and plenty every day.
Oh, you want to do something a little slow tonight like that, Gene? You want to take it a little bit slow?
Like a smooth jazz version.
I've been listening to a lot of Frank Sinatra, and I wish we could expand it out of the makeup. Maybe take our makeup off one day.
Okay, I'm gonna lay down a bass line for you. Boom, boom.
I play
boom,
the bass.
Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom.
Don't you see you're holding the guitar,
Yeah.
Starman?
Can't I do the bass
But
sometimes?
he wants to branch out.
Yeah.
I have an axe bass. My bass is half axe, half bass. I don't play any other instruments.
I got an axe to fix with you, or a bass to fix with you.
Good one. Good one.
Joke freely.
I have been thinking
freely.
lately about, leaving the music behind and just trying my hand at some stand-up comedy.
Great.
You
It's the
should.
next move in my career.
Yeah, why don't you sing one of your Pretty Little Love songs again and make us a ton of money?
I just said that I'm not going to do that anymore.
Oh, well, that's too bad, because I need the money, clearly. I'm starting to stress eat. That's why I'm wearing all this armor.
Oh, Eric Singer. That's like the only name I don't know.
From what?
It's funny because you
Kiss?
just...
Well, because I'm looking it up.
Oh.
Oh, wait, that's the current members.
Oh,
Oh, Peter
Current
Chris.
members.
Peter Chris.
Peter Chris, that's right.
My name is... So I'm in the band Kiss.
I didn't realize there was so many former members of Kiss.
Well, that's why we wear the makeup, so you can't tell which one of us is which and when.
This is actually just a live feed of Rollo. This is not... Rollo's just mouthing the words that I'm saying right now. There's no cutout on Rollo.
Yeah, I can tell because your voice isn't. Your voice is nice. You have a really nice timbre to your voice, but it's not quite Rollo's.
Real fun, man. Real fun. Real fun at the game today.
Yeah, I'm glad you hooked us up with these matching outfits, Rollo.
Hey, no problem, fellas.
You like my chains?
Beautiful. I gave you the chains too. Rollo Prov. This is what we'll call it. From now on, only scenes that have Rollo in them.
What about Act Pro? What did I call it?
I don't think we need a new name for it.
Improv with axe.
Improv.
Actor Pro. Act Pro.
Actor prov. Yeah, because most improv doesn't have actors in it.
Nope, it has
Right.
joke tellers. Thank you.
I mean, it depends on what kind of improv you're talking about. Musical improv doesn't necessarily involve acting.
Oh,
Where's
yeah,
my berry sacks?
Yeah.
I can't.
Your oh yeahs always sound confrontational to me.
Oh, yeah?
Oh
This
yeah,
conversation's
people
quickly becoming.
improvise in music as well? No.
This conversation's quickly becoming a confrontation.
It's
Not sure I'll
always
stand
been.
this close.
I'm sorry, if I felt confronted, so I had to say something.
Well,
I'm still looking up members of KISS. I need to stop.
you do. What's wrong? Why can't I get
Rollo, how do you just own so many versions of this outfit? How do you just have so many color coordinated?
Because he's a
Is there,
super
closet in your
fan.
house that's like a cartoon character where you open it up and it's all one.
'Cause I'm a super fan, baby.
Hell yeah, you are.
Hell yeah, Rollo! I
saw
love you with my
I saw you
heart.
cry on TV.
Yeah, that's very opening of your emotions to us, and that's another reason why I love you so much with my heart.
Huh?
Because you cried on TV. I'm trying to yes and Adam and what I had said previously to that about loving you with my heart.
What's George Lopez like, Rollo? You're on his show.
Answer him, Rollo.
Answer him, Rollo.
I don't think our viewers at home like it.
No, I think they hated it. I think I got a lot of hate mail about it.
Show us.
Threads.
Proof.
I already deleted it. It's toxic stuff. You don't want to read it.
Why does it feel like the Meltdown Island face and head is encroaching even more on my screen than it was previously?
I mean, it's the exact same size and place that it always has been.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
And you can just scoot over a little bit to your left.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just make it so that you can see it on.
You were saying the head cracking was great. I can hear it now.
Thank you. That was my cheekbone going up, because I gotta go up.
Wow.
All right, here goes.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The crazy
That's like
thing-
a side effect or a result of your accident, right?
Correct.
Okay, just making sure
So-
there's no way I'll ever be able to do that. Otherwise, I would try.
Yeah, no, it's because my fascia split right down.
Ooh, that was a good one,
right,
Adam. That was a good one.
Right down here.
We've heard a lot about fascia.
Tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally learned what fascia was from you.
Yeah,
It's the
exactly.
layer between your skin and betwixt your muscles that holds it together like an elastic rubber band.
Okay.
You want to take good care of it, believe me.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I'm smiling.
Have you ever gotten any professional like fascial massages?
You better believe it. I've done Rolfing, I've done Feldenkreisting, I've done massages, I've done, what do they call it? Visceral manipulation.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is 5:06, and no one seems to be typing more words. I think
Well-
I've come off with my death stories.
Well, roses and thorns, Dustin. Roses and thorns.
You don't want to drag it on. I mean, people run away from Amway. As soon as I said Amway, maybe that was it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. It was terrifying.
Could be the fact that it's just big face Dustin in a big face world, and it's
Well,
just not.
I mean, here's the thing.
people wanna
You
see.
can't base any kind of, like, maybe we should do this or maybe we should do that off of trying things just once and then giving up on them without a plan. Like, you need plans in order to figure out things that you want to do. So maybe
I didn't
this is
necessarily plan this out.
the wake-up call. You need to know that we need to have a plan to be able to do a thing like that, because most of the show was me just setting up those pictures.
And me then talking about my life and talking horrible tales.
Yeah, you went on it a sad way today.
Yeah, we
but
turned
that
we
happened, though.
got pretty dark.
It did.
Just
Yeah.
letting you know, just like,
Had your
you know,
Silence of the Lambs moment today and everything.
just in case you're at home saying, "Oh, my life sucks." Now you know it's not as bad as mine. You know what I mean?
You know what though, Dustin? There's always people that have things worse than you.
Of course, Mike. Mike, it's not a contest, Mike.
Like millions. Like
course,
billions. Like you're super privileged, Dustin.
I wouldn't go that far, Mike.
I would. You're a white man living in America. You're like the top of the pyramid right now.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yes, we are.
it's a tough thing to be to come to terms with, though. Being like
It
always
is.
have like my whole life being poor or disabled.
Yep.
It's like weird to think.
Still doesn't
like,
matter.
You have to realize and recognize that you do have a bunch of privilege in comparison.
Yep.
I agree.
Why are you
It
saying
is
it like that?
It's difficult to understand and to comprehend and even to think that when you feel like you downtrodden upon.
Well, because everybody has some level of that. But the thing
Right,
is
Mike.
that, like, if you would have grown up in Senegal and not had any kind of, like, ability to get to anywhere that could give you treatment or education or a job or food or water or whatever, and you grew up you having to hike for an hour to get water for the day every day, I mean, that's like the kind of life that would not be great. Or how about being, growing up in Iraq or Afghanistan and being in the middle of a war?
Yeah, like if I didn't have access to medical care like I do, like such intense and easily accessible access, despite the price, obviously.
Yeah, and all the
A
problems.
country
Yeah.
that didn't have the access that America does, I would die. I would have died multiple times in my life. Right? Same with you, Dustin.
Yeah.
Some say I have. Some say I have. And much like Bob Dylan, I was transferred to a different dimension, and now I'm in this one where Trump's president. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, we've all been on Bob Dylan's dimension machine.
of life, Mike.
Bob Dylan's Dimension Machine. I think that could be a good band name, Dustin. Just think about it.
New band name, Bob Dylan's. And
Yeah.
You can't even remember it. How is it going to be your new...
I say things and don't remember what they have just said.
Is that why you're an ideasman?
Kind of.
Bob Dylan's Dimension Machine.
Every time I think of something, it's usually the first time, even if I've thought about it before.
Could run into copyright issues.
Maybe.
Bobby D's interdimensional machine.
Bobby D's Interdimensional Machine.
So Bobby's dick, what?
Bobby's dick.
Why are you thinking about Bobby's dick?
Yeah, what are you Bobby sounds like a kid's name, too. What are you talking about?
You said
talking
Bobby
about, like, doing oral sex on women earlier, and now you're talking about Bobby's D.
That was a joke because Kiss does their tongues out, okay?
Kiss does their tongues out. That's what I always call it whenever I stick my tongue out, is doing my tongue out.
I'm
Just like Kiss.
Yeah, just like Kiss, I'm doing my tongue out.
I was trying to give the people what they want, which is satirical looks at famous rock band people.
Satirical? What?
Satirical takes on classic rock band hijinks.
You really have come from Bob Dylan's Dimension Machine, haven't you?
Some would say. I've heard it. I've heard people say
Yeah?
things like that. And I'm not even joking, Mike.
Oh, you're not even joking?
No, I've heard that.
What?
For some reason now I just have I have Kiss by Prince stuck in my head, but the guitar part that leads up to him saying Kiss is just someone's like Dustin sticking out his tongue like the Kiss. So can you sing that for us, Dustin?
Isn't that Prince?
Yeah.
Or, I actually prefer the Art of Noise version of that.
What's that? I'm sorry.
The band The Art of Noise with Tom Jones.
I wouldn't know that.
That version is much better
I
than
just,
the Prince
for some
version.
reason, it just made sense. The da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na Kiss.
Yep.
Instead of the da-na-na-na-nas, it's the tongue.
Dustin, put your mouth back in the little
I don't,
box.
but I want to. I think this is an Adam moment.
Really?
Why?
This is Dustin's hill that he's willing to die on here, folks. He doesn't want to be Bob Dylan's Dimension Machine.
Good old Bobby D.
Bobby D, little Bobby Dick.
D. La dee dum, la dee dum, don't be dumb, da 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 dum, don't be dumb, but the do be dumb. Hey, hey, I'm Bobby and my D. La dee dum, biddy dee, but the dum. Bobby D, I'm Bob Dillion. Bobby doo. Hey,
Well, okay.
I'm Bobby McD.
That was Dustin's version of me and Bobby McD. Yeah, let's see. Here's let's see what Adam's impersonation of Bob Dylan here.
You're a hot gopher, Adam.
Say it's just if you just travel through the dimensions, you see, then you will meet Bobby D.
That's good. That is much better. It's much better, and I commend you both on not falling prey to the old trope of this is Bob Dylan talking impersonation.
I thought you were going to do that one.
Because that's
Save
terrible.
that for you.
I don't like that. No, I mean it's not.
I wanted
how
to
he
go
talks.
more old Bob Dylan.
Right.
Like when Bob Dylan was so old that he got lost walking in a subdivision and a police officer arrested him because she thought he was homeless.
Yep. Or
And
Bob
really, he
Dylan
was
got
looking
so old and crazy that he converted to Christianity.
Right.
Yeah, it was just a different version of him. It was a.
No, I know. He has all these different meta representations of himself that he fucks with the media with and stuff, but, whatever.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan's created some great fucking music that's changed my life, so.
In what ways, Mike?
I don't know. It's got me thinking about abstract poetry at a very young age. Because a lot of his songs were super abstract and, the lyrics-wise, they're incredible. I mean, I don't know. blew my mind at a young age because my parents were big
Yeah.
fans.
And they were abstract words? They weren't like real words? They were like gobbledygook words?
I'm sorry, what, Dustin?
They weren't real words? They were like...
No, they're real. He uses real words in his songs. If you want, I can look up some lyrics to Bob Dylan's songs, if that's something that you're not familiar with.
Aren't they all about hey, that lady over there, and I can understand the life, and we're all gonna get through. A new change is coming.
Nope.
Like that's like his lyrics, right?
I don't think so.
He like introduced me at a young age to like this idea that folk music is cultural. You know, that it's like a oral tradition.
Yeah.
Like even though he was appropriating certain things from like other cultures or whatever.
So everybody does.
Yeah, exactly. Which is the kind of a part of culture. It's just the way it grows is by being appropriated. But yeah, just it brought an awareness to me. I was like, oh wait, this is a whole thing. Like their families would sing this shit to each other.
And what I learned is you don't have to necessarily even have a good voice and still become a singer.
Well,
if he can do it, why not me?
Part of like to me, like Bob Dylan's voice is great to me. As far as I like, you know, or Tom Waits, or like some of these people that have voices that are not like the most crystal pristine voices. Much more interesting to me than people that are winning Grammys. I don't really give a shit about that. I much prefer people that are just singing with heart and not necessarily.
I'm sure Bob Dylan's won a Grammy, bro.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people that have won Grammys that are just shit music as far as I'm concerned.
Not a doubt.
Especially since then.
Yeah, exactly.
Blood on the Tracks, though. Blood on the Tracks is an amazing album.
Is fantastic. That's the one with Idiot Wind on it, I think, right? I was just looking up Idiot Wind.
Yeah.
Nothing like a tasty groove to make the soul unwind.
Unwind. Maybe you need to get into Dylan a little bit more, Dustin.
Maybe, if they have words like that in there.
Who's got a recommendation for Dustin to listen to a Dylan song? He'll listen to it and he'll comment back next week.
When I Paint My Masterpiece.
I'm not familiar with that.
I feel like that one's like weird. That'd be like really appropriate for you specifically, Dustin.
There you go.
Oh.
He just talks about. He's like a song about all the things he's gonna do once he paints his masterpiece.
Well, mine's being painted right now, so.
Exactly. It's like that idea of that that state. I mean, part of how I've interpreted it over the years is that state of like perpetual art, of making it constantly over and over again, and then it never being quite good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm definitely in that spot right now. I've been listening to it for too long, and all of a sudden, all the great things I've thought about it now make me go, "Oh, this whole thing is stupid."
Yeah, I am very familiar with
what
that
am I
feeling.
Doing?
The thing is
nobody's
like,
gonna listen to this.
You gotta trust the initial feeling on those things. You
can't have you heard
yourself.
my duet I did with Lizzo? I mean, I thought it sounded great and listened to it a lot, but nobody else likes it, so...
I didn't... Maybe they just didn't hear it, Dustin.
Let me try that.
Can you share it on your...
Yeah, on your computer. What about your computer?
I don't know that I can do that.
You can. It's super easy.
Yeah.
I've sent it to you in a Meltdown Island.
Send it again. Otherwise, if you just look for the 3 dots on your Skype screen or whatever, and then there's a share screen option. It's got like 2 little squares overlapping each other.
He's not listening.
I just sent it to you.
See?
He's like, effort? What?
To who?
What?
Who are you talking
guys,
to? I just sent it to you
Meltdown
guys.
Island thing. Okay. Meltdown Island. And then Mike can just pull it up real quick.
Oh, yeah,
Testing.
It's just real easy to pull it up real quick.
See, here's Mark. Mark just popped back. Mark, did you hate the talkings or were you busy?
I just hated all the talking.
He wrote a lot.
He did, but there was a bit of a delay, and we figured out kind of how to work with it a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe it was Adams talking about is it a Dylan song? Daniel Johnson is a Bob's figure.
Also awesome.
Yes,
also awesome.
And, again, I learned from Daniel Johnson because I was like, the way he played, and he goes, the way he just plays guitar and just it's sort of like a chord rhythm track that doesn't necessarily even have to have a lot of fancy rhythms. And I was like, oh, I can do that. And that helped me write more songs and not worry about oh, look at me, I'm a great guitar player or anything, really.
Yeah, he was just like a songwriting machine.
He really was. Yeah.
He would pass out all his demos on tape that he'd record at home, and then he'd pass every single one out, so he'd have to re-record his whole album.
Yep. He did it over and over again.
Amazing.
But then he also tried to kill his dad in an airplane, so...
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite moments in that film.
It's such a good movie.
He just pulls the keys out and throws them out the window.
Yeah.
And then when they land and they're safe, they're like survive the plane crash. They crash near a church, wasn't it? And then on the marquee it said they're like something about like safe landings with Jesus.
Yep. So crazy.
Did you just diarrhea yourself?
But it's like, it's just that's the reaction I had when it happened. Are you saying that because I have Crohn's, Dustin?
No,
really
I heard
insensitive, Dustin.
Are you making fun of my disease now? Talk about
not at all.
Really
I would only make fun of your eyes. I would never make fun of something.
That's also a
really
health condition, though.
All right, well, here's Dustin's much lauded video. So far, it needs more likes on TikTok.
Why don't you cover my face up so we can see your guys' reaction? I've already reacted to it many times.
I kind of wanted to see your reaction to it, but...
I would be like this.
All right, here we go. Are you ready, Adam?
Yep.
Pull it down so you can see Lizzo's head. Oh, we can't hear it. Volume's down. But look how I look like an android.
This is terrifying. I'm going to start it over now that I'll fix the audio now.
And then pull it down so we can see Lizzo's head and face, because she really is the main part of this duet.
Really? Because her head and face is not on there. That's the top of the video frame right there.
Dang it.
You're not seeing any more than that. See?
I prefer to see like that.
Here we go.
Thank you. Can't hear me. Shall I play it on my phone?
Dustin, people can...
Shall I play it on my phone? That didn't work out. I'm going to tell you right now. If I hit pause and then go to it, though.
What? Should I play it on my phone? Was it not coming through the audio? Well, that sounds really good. That just sounds so good.
Oh, you don't think it does?
No. Not at all.
But it's a quarantine song.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about the content, I'm talking about the fidelity. You know there's a difference, right?
It was lo-fi. It was lo-fi.
Talking about lo-fi music in general. The band Half Japanese, I'm also a big fan of those guys.
Yeah, great.
I think he's in that documentary.
Great.
Jad Fair is his name.
You're cutting out for me.
I still don't hear it. Dang it.
Well, see, this is another thing where the tech stuff sometimes is tricky because it's like a last minute... No, it's coming through.
Do you hear it, Mike?
I have desktop audio is getting... it's showing bars, so it's broadcasting the desktop audio of this video.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. I guess it's working.
I don't know. This is kind of interesting, Dustin, especially with your Ming the Merciless hair thing going on.
As well as the blue eyes and then the blue head tape.
It is a little terrifying, though.
I change all the colors and the video to let you know that it's a different section of the song. See, that's gold, and that's the end, and that's the beginning, because there's love for her new beat.
What are the words that you're saying?
Quarantining.
My breakdown of this is that there's a lot of different ideas going on that are all kind of competing with each other, but I still kind of like it.
Well, I want to see. I matched it up with her beat there, and there's the repeating of the quarantining. Then I slow it down for her, let her focus on her and her beat a little more because she gets going. And now we're towards the end, so I go back to the high part with the rainbow brights. But at one point she hits that bong, and I do that repeating bong, and I do the repeating, and then bong, and I do the repeating. It's pretty neat sounding. Anyway, hey everyone, thanks for hanging out.
Do you think that that maybe part of the issue would be that the fidelity on people's phones, the majority of people that are watching it they're gonna be on TikTok on their phone. Do you think that it's harder for people to hear what your intention is based on that?
I mean, I don't think anyone ever understands intention.
It's not that, it's context, though.
Context?
Every single thing in art needs context. Otherwise, you just don't do... that's why people like to see celebrities and stuff, because...
They have context.
That gives them context automatically. If you see, it's The Rock and Jimmy Kimmel doing the cutout mouth game, that's hilarious because I know that The Rock is going to be a grumpy, tough dude and that Jimmy Kimmel is going to be a smarmy talk show host guy. And it's going to be funny because I have context for it and I'm familiar with these people. But people tune into Meltdown Island, they're like, who are these beard guys and the Ming the Merciless guy? What?
You think that's what they said?
Yeah, this is a lot of comments. We're saying that.
I like that Dustin Elvis for a second. Are you saying that's what I say?
Are you saying that's what I say?
Hey,
there we go. We could get you an Elvis. So next week, Dustin, give me some pictures if you want to be anybody, and I will fix it up for you ahead of time.
Do you want to be anybody in the world you see?
I'm going to go ahead and give myself a rose for doing all that tech on the fly. I don't need a clap.
Rose.
I don't need a clap, just a rose.
Okay, rose.
All right.
I'd like to give you a rose for doing all the tech work, because that was, you were on, if anything, I usually are like half checked in, half checked out of the show, and today you were like, had to be fully engaged in getting that tech stuff, and
I really always checked into the show because I'm like running all of the tech stuff
it
all
made the whole
time.
show sizzle, is what I'm saying.
Dustin.
I felt like the show had life and breath because of you today, and I'm trying to give you a compliment and a rose.
Sounds weird. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't always give them out. So
I'm going to give a rose to Adam for being a constant guiding post of support and fun.
That's my job.
I think so. I think not only that, but Adam had that wonderful hair today and gave us a lot of Ryan Gosling looks and head twirls that I think is going to drive the ladies crazy.
If they weren't driven away by the Gene Simmons earlier.
You think that was it? You think that was what drove Kate away and possibly also Kent's family?
Kent's family was watching?
Maybe.
Kent, I just assumed that Kent said, hey, let's all gather around and watch some Meltdown Island. And then that vagina
is that
indoor.
the kind of show you want to do? Because we can change it up. We can make that kind of show happen now.
I have puppets.
Gather your family for Meltdown Island.
The end is all gonna be coming too soon.
It's not technically a kid's show, but...
Are you eating during the show again?
Yeah.
Mike? You know, that's the number one turnoff for people, is people eating.
Really? Why do people always go to dinner with each other then?
They do, but they have other people there who are all talking and or music playing in the background to drown out the chompins.
Oh, I see. So people don't like eating at all. They
It's
hate
not they
it
don't
so
like
much
eating.
that that's why music exists.
Like some people have that misophonia where you hear something that's very like chewing or something, but it sounds like razor blades going into your ears.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Because I've seen you eat on different episodes of shows that you're on, say, killing things or, and I go, ew, who's eating? This is like Munch City, and it is not the good kind of munching.
Well, the good kind of munching?
Munchausen syndrome. That's the good kind of
No,
munching.
it's not. It's not the good kind of munching at all.
Well, I'd like to give myself a thorn for that last comment.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
But I'd also like to give you a thorn for eating during the show.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Thank you.
I'd like to give Adam another rose. Can't think of a reason, so I'm just going to give it to him.
I want to give our participants today and our new
I want to give Rollo a rose for letting us use his picture, even though he didn't give us permission.
For those of you who are trying to get the act prov going, where you give us lines and we then improvise over phases, I think that we are going to get this down. The technology is not 100% there yet, but you're going to see in the future that we are going to be. This is we've stepped into the next century of media, I think, is what we're trying to say.
I'd like to give a rose to Mark Mikula for watching us, even though he's busy.
Yep, thank you.
I'd like to give a rose for Kate to checking in, even though she's probably got bored and left, and I can't blame her. I'd like to give a rose to Audra, who's been in the background the entire time.
Hey, Audra!
Audra was about to do the hang loose hand motion, but didn't do it.
That was great.
There, I did it.
You did it. We couldn't see it that time. I'll move my head again. Now do it, Audra. I'd like to give a rose to the depth of field between Audra and I. I think it looks kind of fun on camera when I do this, and it rack focuses automatically.
Oh, totally, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Give me rack focus.
Shout out to the Logitech C922. That's my
Shout
camera.
out to my Nano Shield.
What kind of camera do you have, Dustin?
Only an HD 1080p autofocus Nano Shield. No big
Nano
whoop.
Shield? What the hell brand is Nano Shield? It's...
I could even show you, bro.
Maybe
but
you should get the Logitech C922. Pretty good camera.
You hear how silly you sound?
All right, let's all do that thing that we do at the end of every show where we say, I want Dustin to get rich on 3. Are you guys ready?
Saying, "Welp, we tried again."
Welp, I tried again.
But they'll also have a second time to see us this week, right? Because are we going to stream the D&D game?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at this Mark Mikula post. I think you should try requesting 30-second scenes based on the scenarios. Sam Diane and a guy in the sky. 3 amigos. Coliseum mouths.
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad idea.
Mark, how about you can join us next week and we can make you one of the mouths?
How about that, Mark? How about that? Hey, Mark, how about that? Okay. There's a delay.
There is a delay. So we'll just contact Mark throughout the week, and if anyone else is interested in joining us next week, we'd love that as well. But everybody on 3, ready? 1,
Mike,
2, 3. I want Dustin to get rich.
And what I was going to say is there's like the Writing Block. That's a show that's on the Planet Amp podcast.
Uh-huh.
And there's other writing block, and there's other shows that do that. And they might enjoy trying this out too because they are writers already, and it might be a fun writing exercise.
You know, Dustin, I'm going to just tell you again, just one simple word of advice. For all the comments that you're leaving and all the messages that you send, more words is not better.
Tell that to act provers.
No, I'm telling it to you. I mean, seriously, it sometimes feels like you are sending more words because you think more equals better. I would challenge you this week to try to communicate your thoughts in as few words as possible and see what happens.
More emojis, is that what you're saying?
No, I am not. I'm just saying use the minimum amount of words that you can to get your ideas across to people, and I think it might be life-changing for you.
All right. Can't wait for D&D, and I'm pending my availability, but I'll try it.
You're reading the comments from Rollo and Mark?
Yes, Mike.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Just don't want our audience to be confused, even though that is our audience. All right, everybody.
There's no audience to be confused. They're writing, and I'm saying the only ones that
That's
are.
it for this week. I hope my mouse works because I don't want to have to go to. I don't want to have to go to Micro Center during the quarantine. Adam, how was your Micro Center experience, by the way?
It's actually they're really good about. They have like paint on the sidewalk outside to like establish the 6 feet separation between people waiting in line, and then they let a limited amount of people into the store. And as soon as you get into the store, they sanitize your hands. They have like a whole bunch of stuff like gloves and stuff you can wear. And then they assign you a customer service representative to to go with you through the store to help you find what you need as quick as possible.
They give you Santa hands?
They sanitize your hands.
I know, I like to say Santa hands.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's pretty
The
fun.
Santa Handa wins. Anyways.
You get it, you guys Santa hands?
The good jokes are just starting here on Meltdown Island, but unfortunately we have to end for the day.
Dang, Santa hands just getting me launched up.
Here we go. All right, everybody. Have a great week. We'll see you on Saturday for D&D. Saturday? Is that the day that we're doing it?
I don't know. I think we said I think I'm available Friday.
We will figure it out, and we will do it.
Yeah, I'll get back to you.
Yep. Cool. All right. Good night, everybody. Goodbye. 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 Audra, wave, Audra. Wave your back there, Audra. There you go. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Audra.
Goodbye. Welcome to Meltdown Island. I don't know why the sound isn't working for this little clip now, but, well, that's what you get sometimes, I guess.
It's funny, it's on a retrograde, the sound is, because the first one